Good afternoon, I'm Pallavi Ghosh. We are going to focus on that top story. It's been 5 months after a brutal rape and murder of an RG Court trainee doctor. The Sealdah court is now going to deliver its verdict anytime now. The CBI has named Sanjay Roy as the sole accused and is demanding a death penalty for him. The case rests on strong evidence like biological samples, CCTV footage and testimonies from 50 witnesses, all pointing to what they call a monstrous crime. We're going to go across to my colleague Komalika, who's been tracking this sequence of events right from day one. Komalika, what updates can you get for us from inside the court? How soon can we expect the verdict to be passed?
See, the judgment will be pronounced around 2:30. Now the entire courtroom is filled up with all the lawyers from defense and the other side. Also, the victim's parents, they have come to the court. Sanjay Roy has already come to the court for mine, but he has not come to the courtroom till now. So basically, 2:30, the order will be pronounced. What is today? Actually, this will be shown. This will come out whether Sanjay Roy is guilty or not. So if he is guilty under section 103, clause 1, that will be pronounced by the judge today. That's Oniman Das. That's what is expected. And the quantum of punishment, if he is found guilty, then the quantum of punishment, that will be declared later. So maybe on Monday it will be declared. The political fraternity, the doctors, the parents, the entire, this case, 9th August, this rape took place. And after that, this shook the nation. The nation was shocked. People were out on the roads. Nationwide protests were there. And specifically Bengal, 2-3 men, the common citizens were on roads testing on this. There are certain questions which the parents have raised. There are certain questions which the doctors are still raising. The CBI clearly also has done an investigation. There were 2 more persons who were actually arrested for the larger conspiracy, the former RG Court principal Sanjay Ghosh, and also Abhijit Mondal, who was the OC. But the CBI did not give any charge sheet to them, for which Abhijit Mondal is released, he is out in bail. Sanjay Ghosh is still there in the corruption case, but in this case he has got a bail. So basically today, Sanjay Roy is guilty or not, that will be pronounced by the judge.
I'll just come back to you, even as you're waiting to give us that news to us about what the court's verdict is. Ananya, the arguments of the court is something, of course, we are going to dwell on in a bit from now. But is it, in your mind, like almost watertight case against Sanjay Roy?
Well, definitely, the case has travelled from, in fact, various courts. The matter was taken suo motu by the Calcutta High Court. It transferred the probe, in fact, to the Central Bureau of Investigation, seeing that, the Kolkata police was ineffective. In fact, the Central Bureau of Investigation, when it reached the Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court also took a suo motu cognizance of it, it told the Supreme Court very clearly that, we reached the probe on the 5th day, and until then, a lot of evidence had been tampered with, the crime scene had been altered, and there was free entry to anybody and everybody when it comes to that particular crime scene, which is generally sealed so well that, because the evidence has to be collected, the evidence is of crucial value, and that could not happen is what, in fact, the CBI had told the Supreme Court. How well does the findings of the court take into that, and what would the court be saying as far as the role of the initial role of the Kolkata police is concerned in this particular case would be very, very crucial to note, because that can be a game changer as far as, evidence in this case is concerned, because if at all the crucial evidence in this case was destroyed, then, Sanjay Roy can actually go scot-free. But at the same point of time, if at all the Central Bureau of Investigation's case, which they say is a very, very watertight one, they have also pushed, as Kamalika and, the reports are coming in that the CBI would be seeking a death penalty into this particular case. So whether the judge would call it a rarest of the rare case and would go on to say very categorically that, this is a gruesome rape of a medical student. And, the Supreme Court, Pallavi, I remember, had once said that it is just not a simple case of rape. It is a case of a woman who was raped at her own workplace, and that raises a question as to whether women are actually safe at their workplaces even after these Vishaka guidelines or these numerous n number of laws that are there in the country. But the big question that always remains to be seen is that though there are strict laws in the country, but how well are they being implemented? And that is something that raises a lot of doubts on how the Kolkata police acted into this particular case as well.
Okay, I'm just going to come back to you and to Kamalika also as we await that judgment. But we, in fact, Kamalika did speak to the parents of the rape victim. Of course, it's a big day for them as well.
जब ये पूरा प्रोसीडियर चल रहा था, कई ऐसे सवाल आप लोगों ने उठाया कि आपको लगा ये ठीक नहीं हुआ या फिर वो ठीक नहीं, उसको मद्देनजर रखते क्या मतलब क्या अपेक्षा है?
सियालदा कोर्ट में हम लोग 39 केस क्वेश्चन रखा है और उसका जवाब हमको सीबीआई से चाहिए और हाई कोर्ट में भी क्वेश्चन रखा है और सीबीआई ने बोला है ठीक है हम लोग ये सब देखेंगे। जो ये केस तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट सुमोटो लिया था, हमने इसलिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट को प्रेयर किया है ये केस हाई कोर्ट में वापस भेज दे। हाई कोर्ट हमारा कलकत्ता में है, हम लोग उधर जाके खड़ा होकर सब बात बोल सकते हैं और जान सकते हैं। सुप्रीम कोर्ट बहुत दूर है, जाना आना बहुत, अभी तक तो नहीं गया हम लोग सुप्रीम कोर्ट में। जाना आना और वकील का खर्चा इतना ज़्यादा है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, हम लोग का मेंटेन करना बहुत दिक्कत हो जाता है। जो लॉयर हमको पहले था वो हमारे लिए कुछ काम नहीं किया सियालदा कोर्ट में और सुप्रीम कोर्ट में। हाई कोर्ट में भी क्या हुआ हम लोग को मालूम नहीं, इसलिए हम चाहते हैं कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ये मामला हाई कोर्ट में वापस भेज दे।
आप उम्मीद करते हैं कि संजय राय जो अक्यूज्ड है उनको कैपिटल में पनिशमेंट दिया जाए?
तो बहुत कड़े है, वो तो जो उसका जो बायोलॉजिकल एविडेंस पूरा मिल गया है, वो जो ये घटना में था ये तो प्रमाणित हो गया है और भी है इस घटना में, लेकिन वो नहीं अभी पहले बताना चाहते थे लेकिन अभी नहीं बता रहा है। क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है हमको मालूम नहीं।
कहीं पे लग रहा है कि कहीं और कहीं पर भटक गया, क्योंकि आप बोल रहे हैं कि मोर देन वन, एक से ज़्यादा था, ऐसा कौन सा जगह से आपको लग रहा है और कहीं पे कुछ भटक गया है?
जो डीएनए रिपोर्ट आया है वो हम पहले तो नहीं समझते थे, अभी समझ गया है। जो डीएनए रिपोर्ट विशेषज्ञ है, माइक्रोबायोलॉजिस्ट है, उन्होंने हमको समझा दिया ये 6-7 आदमी इसका साथ डीएनए उसका रिपोर्ट में है, जो और भी 4-5 आदमी उसके साथ गलत काम किया है। डीएनए रिपोर्ट में वो पूरा आ गया सामने।